Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Toffee Bluecast. Yes, we are back already, and thank God, because that game, I couldn't live with that for longer than a week or a week. I'm glad we're back in action really quick after that last game. I know some people see it as a positive, it's still a draw, but for me, the more I was thinking about it and dwelling on it, the more I was gutted that we didn't beat Burnley. So good that we are straight back in action. But it's some bigger action, I feel, because we spoke about it last time, and it's Everton v Nottingham Forest, Amro away, so it's a massive game. Paul, how are we doing? You okay?
Yeah, nice quick turnover. So hopefully we can amend one or two problems. Hopefully get one or two people back after tummy bugs or any other things that have stopped them from playing recently. And hopefully we get a decent 3 points away. Tricky though. I think this is probably going to be harder than Burnley.
Yeah, completely agree. Get involved in the comments. For anyone that's new, if you can like it nice and early, if you're over on YouTube, we do appreciate it. Like it on X, share it on X. We always look on X, and we could get more shares on X with us having loads of followers on Twitter. If you can like it and share it and spread it around, we get more in the comments and we can all chat to each other throughout. And as when we've done spaces, it's better when we get loads talking throughout the show. So do hit the like and the subscribe. Nice and early. This game for me, it's going to be a harder one than last time. We mentioned it. It is going to be harder than last time because I think they're a bit more jet lagged. I know they've had a game not long ago either, but I think Europa League is a bit different coming back from that.
Yeah, I'd say so. They had a decent performance against City, so they'll be looking at same as Burnley were probably looking at playing us and thinking this is where they can get some more points and pull away from the bottom three. But I think we're capable enough of getting a result. I don't think we should be going there expecting to be beaten at all.
Do you want me to give you some fun facts here?
Do
some fun facts,
always, yeah.
Right. No, not fun facts, but it's a bit of information for you. I did a poll because I've seen quite a few people moaning about David Moyes. Me personally, I wouldn't say sack David Moyes, but I've seen a lot of people saying that he's setting us back. So I put a poll, two things. Are you happy with David Moyes? You can click you're happy with David Moyes, or do you want Moyes out? And you can click you want Moyes out. 350 people did that. And 85% says they was happy with Moyes, and 15% said they want Moyes out. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think about right as well. I think I don't think I'd like to think not many of us are sort of saying Moyes out at all. There's always going to be one or two Moyes outs. Same with any manager, but 85 isn't bad. I think he'd be quite happy with that at the minute.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's. Do you know what? It seems that when people start saying Moyes out, because it's such a standout thing that they're saying that you think a lot of people are saying it. So I thought, put it out there and see actually how many people do want Moyes out. And 85% want him in. So I don't think it's as strong as it might come across sometime in the comments.
I think sometimes people are thinking ahead, you know. I think some people think that Moyes has got a limit to how far he could possibly take us, presumably like it was in the past, you know, when we didn't have too much money and stuff. So he went as far as he could with us, and we took him as far as he could go. And then it changes. Some people might be feeling the same sort of thing, but we're nowhere near that yet. So for the moment, certainly it should be Moyes in.
I agree with you. Here's another one to keep you lot interested. We like to engage nice and early on. Paul touched on it a minute ago. Let us know in the comments now. Get involved. Do get involved. If you comment on X, it comes over. We pay for you to do that, right? Let us know now. I'm going to ask Paul, and we'll put your comments on the screen. Do you think that Jack Grealish was poorly, as in the flu? Or do you think that Jack Grealish was at a strip club all night, partying, and felt a little bit iffy because of the strip club? Which one? Virus?
I think he was ill.
Do you?
I think he was just ill. Yeah. Let's say, yeah.
I don't. I actually think that he was partying all night, and I do think he was partying all night. There's people said that, and we know TalkSport make up stuff. They're showing pictures of him partying for Man City and saying it was for us, like at Christmas. So we know stuff does get escalated. But I do think he was partying all night. I do think he was, and I think Moyes has covered him and said he didn't feel very well. But I do think he was partying. It's very hard to tie Jack Grealish down at an occasion like Christmas. And I think we knew that he had this odd thing in him. Bit gutted because we needed him. We did need him. I think he'll be disappointed on himself because he'll know that we needed to beat Burnley if he was partying. But he might not have been. He could have just been flu on the sofa. Who knows? We'll have to find out. How do we find out?
We don't. We trust him, and he comes back and sets one up and scores one against Forest tomorrow.
Yeah. I do think that he'll think that's the thing. If he was, I do think he'll. Even if it was a virus, he'll come back wanting to prove that sorry, that was ill, even though you can't help that. And even if he was partying, even more so if he was partying, he'll come back and know he's definitely got to put it on. But we don't know. There's always going to be talk on Jack Grealish, a big name like him, isn't he?
Always, and we won't speculate too much.
So they are the two questions. Moisey, people are saying 85% in. And Jack Grealish. I mean, what the comments are saying he's partying, want the ball. I know you've got his back a little bit there, but comments are saying a little bit that he's...
One or two of the comments have alluded to him having a fun time before actual Christmas Day. Fair dues, you know. And then he might well be ill for the 27th. So let's see what he's like.
Sniffles, though.
If he's back. I actually missed Moyes' press conference about Forest.
I don't even know which one it was.
I don't know if he said anything. I think what I read off, I think Wood Thomas is a journalist who's often involved. I think he said that it was added on. They spoke about Forest in the Burnley reaction, that press conference. Whether that's the case or not, I'm not too sure.
Do you mean Grealish recovered from his anger? Carl, I don't want to say that. It's interesting on what was up with him. I've got a bit of a cold, to be fair. My daughter's got a cold as well. Flu is going around. So I don't know. Could be either. Who knows? I do know one thing, though, is that if Grealish was on the lash and Moyes knew that and hasn't spilt the beans, Moyes would not be letting him off. He'll be grilling him. Moyes will give him a bollocking, because we've seen Moyes loves Grealish and Grealish loves Moyes, but Moyes won't take crap. I don't think he'll take crap. I've seen him on the sideline arguing with Grealish, saying sort these out and stuff like that. So
no, and so he should.
Moyes would go mad. Yeah, he would go mad. So I do feel that's good. I don't think he would get let off. But it's done now, I suppose. It's done. That Burnley game's done, and we need to move on. And we need a good Jack Grealish to come back, that's for sure. Are you saying that Jack Grealish will be available, do you think, for this game then?
I'm going to hope so. I mean, it's only, 3 days? But I'd like to... If it's more a disciplinary thing, then Moyes isn't going to keep him out too long, is he? And then he'll be available. If it's an illness thing, then he's more likely to be out if it's that. But I'd like to think that he's available because we could really do with him.
So you're saying it's a disciplining thing now? So Paul's got his back at one point saying he does think it's a virus, but now he's saying that he will be back because he knows secretly that it was a disciplinary thing.
So, how dare you?
I know. You still got his back. But yeah, so this talk there, David Moyes, I feel they was the big two topics of the last channel, and we will always revisit what you want to talk about, and that's why we've hit it. So 85% Moyes in, and Jack Grealish, 50% saying he was ill, 50% saying he was at strip club, drinking the vodka. You know what I mean?
The reputation feeds everything. That's what it is.
Yeah, Jack, mate. Right. Anyway, so Let's get into this. So we're against Nottingham Forest. We're at their ground, which their atmosphere is a lot more hostile. It's going to be hard for us. It's Nottingham Forest. Their fans, they say their atmosphere is good at their ground. I don't want to big other teams up, but they say they've got a good atmosphere. It's hard to play at their ground. Last season, they was good at their ground. So we've got a hard game here, and I feel that the players are going to be up for this as well. They did. Nottingham Forest put in a complaint last time about Tarkowski smashing into the back of one of their players. They actually filed a complaint, so I do feel they'll have a little bit of I want to get Tarkowski back, or they'll come in for this all guns blazing with tackles. I think it'll be an aggressive game.
I think the fact that we've not heard anything about that since shows you how much effect that complaint has had. You know,
how mad was it? I mentioned it, and this will be the last topic before we do get stuck into the game. But you do like these topics. I can see people coming on and commenting. I'm not going to dwell on it, but I am going to mention it. When we did the match reaction, I was fuming at that penalty, but said I didn't get seen it again slowed down. I then come off after the game to see the penalty decision, and I was more fuming. It was even worse than what I thought. His arms was up, and compared to, and I've seen some people like from their fans say, if this is given as a penalty, football's gone. Well, why should we be giving it against us 2-3 times? Like, I agree that sometimes the rules are a bit dodgy. If the ball's close and you can't move your hands out of the way, the rules should be a bit more forgiving. But that isn't what the rules are. We keep getting penalties given against us for arms not in natural positions. To be fair, some of the ones against us, the arms have been quite natural. But that penalty last game where his arms was up, that was not a natural position. It was a further distance than Dewsbury Hall and Tarkowski's. So it's corrupt. It is corrupt, and it's always us. And I know everyone moans about referees, but it is always us. And something needs to be done. I don't know what, but something needs to be done. Moyes knows it. He keeps saying as well, it's always us. So
not just corrupt.
That's my last rant. That's my last rant.
It's incompetent. And one or two people did sort of make little videos and stuff to highlight the similarity between, the appeals and the penalties given and the penalties not given, and they're an absolute disgrace. Absolutely.
I used to be a referee, right? I used to be a referee when I was younger to earn a bit of pocket money, and I've done my referee's course, and it's obviously a big course that you have to pass. You have to you get all these questions, circumference of the ball. When you do your referee's course, you go. It's like a driving test, really. You put in front of you a couple of scenarios of offside. Would this be offside? What would? And you have to answer loads of really specific questions of the rules to pass your referee's course. Now theirs will be even more brutal. Mine was just for like under 12s football, etc. But when the referees get these professional referees, they should give them incidences of handball. So from seasons before, show handballs on videos to referees and say, if this happens, yes. If this happens, no. If this happens, yes. They should give them like 10, 15 clips of handball and say to all the referees to say, if this happens, yes. If this happens, no. To every single referee. So the referee will know what's handball and what isn't. And they'll all stick together and they'll make the same decision. And even if you don't like that rule on the handball, they're all making the same decision on it so the players know. And I think that's what's frustrating for me is that it's not consistent. Do you know what I mean? It's just that this is given as handball for that, then it's not given for the same thing, then this is, and then it isn't. You might be thinking I'm chatting crap there, but it is quite simple to sort out, in my opinion. And it needs to be sorted out because we're all unsure what the rules are because they keep changing what's given on handball.
In a game where there's grey areas of what what should be given and what shouldn't be given, then bias really definitely rears its head. Absolutely rears its head. I don't think any of us are in any doubt that the one where Barry gets his foot kicked up in the air by the Arsenal centre back, that if it was at the other end, nailed on, Arsenal would have had a penalty. I don't think any of us
100%
disagree with that one. And again, with that handball, when you sort of look at the handball that maybe we should have got against Burnley, if you look at it as on its own in isolation, right, you might agree or disagree that it's not a penalty. However, then when you put it alongside 2 or 3 other similar examples that are given, then you're saying, well, hang on, yeah, it should be given then. So again, it's that consistency and competence, and they just haven't got it. Just haven't got it. I can't remember who the pundit was, but they said it might be Sheffield. We've got the best referee. We've got we're the best league in the world. We should have the best referees in the world, and we're nowhere near having the best referees in the world at all.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And the amount of money that we see transfers for 100 million. 100 million for transfers, stadiums worth 500 million. The amount of money that's in football and the amount of technology as well that we have now shouldn't be getting the stuff wrong that they're getting wrong. There can't be that much money in the game. Like, even football fans, we all put the money into football as well. Do you know what I mean? They make money off us watching games on Sky Sports, this, that, and the other, or going to the games and stuff. They all make money off us getting the kits. That we deserve better, I think, than what we get. Like, the decisions should be right. They should be right, especially with VAR as well. You shouldn't be able to get it wrong with VAR. You need to go through the rules. Go through the rules, like I've said. Get them better, because they're not right. Get them better, and then get the officials better as well. But yeah, that's it. That's the rant over on that. Let's have a look at this team then, Paul. I bet you've got something on them, haven't you, Mr. Statman? Is it Fraser there? I didn't back in. Might have had a freeze there.
Yeah. One or two little gremlins in the system tonight.
Yeah, I know. Biting the cables. We don't get penalties. 2 in total last season.
1 or 2 wobbles.
1 this season. It's all missed time tackle in the box. We don't get them. 11 goalkeepers against our one. Yeah, I do agree with you. People are agreeing in the comments. Are you all good, Paul?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Signal went for
it had a little it froze you, I think. Yeah, it froze you a bit. So what have we got for them then? Nottingham Forest. Have we got any form on them?
Yeah. We have got form. Here we go.
Picked up, haven't they, a little bit?
And there they are. A little bit. But they played all right against City, and City obviously snatched it in the last 10 minutes. I think it was 83 minutes. City got their second. Lose against Fulham. Hammered Spurs. You don't know what Spurs are going to turn up, do you? Obviously, then Europe before that, 2-1 away win, and they get beat by us. That actually was the last time we scored. So after the Forest game, we had Chelsea, and then we had Arsenal, and then we've had Burnley. So we've not scored in the last 3. So we want to come away with a lovely 3-0 win. It would be great. But they're just inconsistent. So sometimes they do get 2 on the bounce, but they tend to be when they've had a European week. So they're on the arse end of 2 defeats at the moment. Hopefully it will be 3 when we meet them tomorrow. But they don't seem to draw a lot at the moment, do they?
There's no grey area when it comes to Everton getting decisions. No, in comments as well, so people still talking about the officiating. We could talk about it all day. Also coming in saying that they are scoring more goals than us, Paul, from what you just put up.
Yeah, well, there's only actually, us and Forest are on the same number of goals. Haven't scored this season, 18, I think.
I think that they've picked up
Wolves,
now, aren't they? On scoring
Wolves are the only team below us and Forest in terms of how many goals we've scored. Yeah. So that is and has been our problem for the last few seasons, has been scoring the goal.
They reacted really well to. I mean, obviously we beat them. We did beat them.
I
was just going to say there, we did beat them there, didn't we, Paul? And then after that, they went and got back-to-back wins. Then went and lost twice. So they kind of picked up after we beat them, but then lost twice again. But the two teams that they lost against are hard games, and they're not a million miles away from them. Are they? Only 1 goal loss against Man City and Fulham.
No, I mean they're not solid at home. You know, they were beaten by Brighton 2-0 at home. In some cases, they've done better away. Obviously, they beat Redshite 3-0 away and beat Wolves away. And your last European game was a win away. So, you know, at home they're a mixed bag. Hopefully, we can work on that and make that our advantage tomorrow.
What's our form like? Let's go on to our form.
Yeah.
If we do get any freezes, sometimes we do get them. There's always going to be because of our signals. Sometimes there's always going to be a lag from me to Paul, so there might be slight pauses when we put conversation onto each other. Our form's got a bit crap on it.
Well, Chelsea and Arsenal. You know, I know some people don't like is sort of pointing out that two of the top sides, but they are two of the top sides, and one of them was away. And I didn't think we played badly against Arsenal. It could have actually, with more consistent decisions, have gone our way a little bit. So yeah, 2 defeats there. We're disappointed with the draw away against Burnley, just with the performance more than anything. Really, that game could have gone either way, so it could have been worse. But before that, win against Forest, win against Bournemouth, take out the Newcastle one. We enjoyed a great win away against United. Comfortable win at home against Fulham. So we're not a million miles. The only problem is that we're not scoring enough goals. That's the big problem. And while the likes of Ndai's away and Dewsbury Hall's injured, people have got to step up and literally put it on a plate for those two lads who might be our number 9s.
I must have there. He played not to lose on Saturday. Do you think he'll play not to lose on this game, or do you think he'll?
I think he's more likely to do it in this game than he was against Burnley.
Game's just got a stinker written all over it. James has said
it could well be. It could be because the pair of us are struggling to get goals. So
Nick says trying to be positive, but can't see us getting anything tomorrow. I think we are down after that Burnley game, and they need to pick us back up. To be fair, I think it's down to them to pick us back up. Didn't really give us the best performance that last game, and I think when they do that, the weight's on them to actually pick us back up. The pressure's on them. They put a bit of pressure on themselves now. If they would have gone and beat Burnley, we would have felt okay. That's always the risk with these players now. When they don't play well, our heads go down quick because we're that used to going on bad runs and things going wrong for us. So we'll us Everton fans, I don't like saying this, but we'll quickly turn on the players. We will, because we're scarred fans. We know that we need to win. We don't want to be around that relegation battle. So no, they need to pick us back up.
But like that though, it can switch. If you think about how we were after the Newcastle game, and then how we were after the night of the Bournemouth, like when we did a match reaction on the Bournemouth one, absolute light and shade, wasn't it?
Do you know what? It's their job. It's their job. These players and the manager. It's their job to lift us up or to finger, because we're like they're the instrument and they play us, don't they? And what they play is the sound that comes out of us. That's how it kind of works with these players. It's like they say in a match, like, give us something to cheer about.
Yeah.
And they you know what I mean, though, don't you, Paul? They say give us something to cheer about. It's down to those players to get us going. How we feel is in their hands, and they've got to make us feel good.
They have, and it's, you know what though, it's such an opportunity for any like the Diblins or even the McNeils and stuff like that. The Alcaraz to absolutely cement his position. He should be, by the time Dewsbury Hall comes back and then Ndai comes back, they've got to give Moyes a headache. You know, they've got to be playing so that they can't be taken out of the side. But at the moment,
I'll put something on X, and It fumes me because it was a video of one of our chances where I think it was where Beto backheeled it, Diblin put it across, and Beto backheeled it. Unlucky chance, to be fair. But I watched when Alcaraz and Beto started running and Diblin down the right hand side. It showed in the video clip of McNeil's run on the left hand side, and McNeil started running slowly, and I kept my eyes on him. McNeil, he started running slowly, and as soon as he felt that the attack was already done in front of him, he slowed down. But he should be busting his guts to get him back post. McNeil is a player that's been on the bench loads, and I actually feel a little before this game. I felt a little bit sorry for McNeil because I felt like he's saved us a couple of times. He's scored some cracking goals, and he has been one of our better players when we've been struggling. He's helped us. He's kept us in the Premier League, McNeil, at times with some of his goals against Brighton. So for me, I felt sorry that we've got two players that are just, when Grealish and Jaya fit McNeil, you just know he's not going to get in. So that can't be a nice feeling for McNeil. So I felt sorry for him in that way. But at the end of the day, he's still an elite football player that when he's not been playing and gets given this chance like he did last game, I thought surely he had his dad trains with him and his dad plays football with McNeil. And that's his mentor and his coach a little bit. I could see was still Ryan doing videos with him. Surely his dad said, you know what? Even if it's for McNeil to get a move from someone else, his dad said, you've been pushed out by Everton. When you get the stage, show what you're worth and smash some goals in, do you know what I mean? And just put your name in a good light. I really thought he would have done that. I actually thought he would have done that. I thought he would have busted his ball, scored goals. Exactly what you've just said, Paul. When we ain't got our players, like when we know when Jai's gone and Gay's gone, why is he Rabunham and McNeil? And I know I'm just talking about McNeil, even Diblin as well, by the way. I know he was okay, but he wasn't world class. He's not busting his guts to get in the squad. So they're not doing what they should be doing. We all spoke about this time when AFCON comes up, whether these players on the bench would step up, and they didn't last game.
Yeah. If you have a little look at our head-to-head with Forest, I mean, was it? I'm trying to think which one it was where McNeil scores by drilling in from left-hand side. You know, I think was it last season? Was it this April just gone? That was Decore. Was that Decore who scored last minute or last few minutes? Or got us the goal anyway. So we've not had the worst record. Obviously, we got beat 2-0 in this time a year ago. But our record hasn't been too bad lately, especially away against Forest. So it's a good opportunity. Good opportunity for these lads. It really is.
I just feel that I'm ready for this game, but I just feel that Forest are on the up and they've got some good players. You know, I think Sean Dyche has got a good hand to pick from because the squad's massive. AFCON is not affecting that one. He's got a lot of players to pick from. A lot. He's probably got about 10 good players on his bench. Nottingham Forest, we know they brought everyone. We've got a lot of players. So it's going to be a hard game at their ground. We've got to be at our very best to beat these, I feel, this time round. I know we beat them last time, but we had our best players then. It's going to be even harder this time.
Well, in that, should we have a little look at the lineups? Now, these are suggested.
I've got mine. Mine's going to be different to yours, isn't it?
Well, shall I? Have you got yours? Have you got yours to show? Should we choose Forest? Should we show Forest first? Because the one I've got.
Show Forest.
Well,
the one I'll show you mine, and you tell me what you would change.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, on here I've got Forest, and I've got what flash score I've got for us.
Yeah.
We'll see whether yours is the same to that one as well. Okay. So Forest on the left, obviously, us on the right there. I mean, one thing that they're missing, Forest, is Sangare. Is it Sangare? Yeah. He's off in AFCON, and he's massive for him in the middle. But they're not.
Dominguez is pretty good.
They're not a poor side. I wouldn't, looking at the players that they've got, you know, Gibbs, White, Hutchinson, Jesus up front as well. Hudson-Odoi. Williams is usually pretty good for him. You sort of wouldn't expect them to have been doing as badly as they have been, I don't think.
No, they've got a good squad. Morgan Gibbs-White, we know he's a good player. They've got an actual striker that's pretty decent as well, I feel. Not completely got going yet, but just started scoring. The Forest fan we spoke to last time said he's just on his groove. Hudson-Odoi, I like him. Good player. Hutchinson, we was linked to him. Okay. Don't think he's completely established himself, but I think he's good. Anderson, really good in the midfield. He's the dictator that I feel we've got to try and don't let him do what he wants to do, because if he does, I think he'll create a lot for them. So they've got players, Paul. And Murillo, we know they love him as a centre-back.
Yeah.
I will give you a little hint on my lineup, right? You lot all got in my head a little bit on my lineup on one player. So I've done what you lot want instead of what I want on my lineup. Especially you, Paul. Especially you.
That doesn't begin with a B, does it?
I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I didn't want to do it. Right? Do you know what? Let's just delve into it, people. Get involved, right? I feel like a lot of it I put on Twitter. I put Beto didn't have the worst game last game, and loads of people in the comments saying you've been drinking. You blind. A lot of stuff in the comments. Got a lot of stick for it, to be fair, which I knew I would anyway. But I didn't think Beto would do it. Even the backflip that Beto did, that backflip, when you watch it back, it was actually a good little flick that he did. The keeper, it was a good save, I thought. That keeper's always a good against us. But I think it was a good save. I really do. And I don't. Maybe the Beto should have scored the sliding one, but so should Barry when he got his chance. I don't think Beto was that bad. But I got told that he was. Right, this is my lineup. Really done me head in that I gave into you lot. My lineup's not there. Where did it go?
I don't know. I've not taken anything off. Don't know where you put it.
Get your lineups, people. Get your lineups.
Liam says that we've got back-to-back 1-0 wins at City Ground. So if anyone is going to win, you'd expect it to be 1-0, the way both teams have been scoring. And yeah, we're looking towards January, aren't we? Moyes isn't going to say anything. He gets asked every week about January, but he's not going to say anything about particular players or anything like that. So it's a bit of a waste of time. He's not going to slag off the players that he's got. He might mention general areas that in fact, he probably wouldn't say positions. He would just say, yeah, we might look to bring 1 or 2 people in. If it happens, it happens. So everything else is just a bit of noise, to be fair. Yeah, a lot of concern about McNeil, but with injuries and stuff like that, chances are that he's going to be involved. So can't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say, because who would you have in instead? I suppose Merlin Roll might be a shout. Obviously only came on against Burnley, which was scrappy, so it was difficult to get into it.
Here we go. Got my lineup. Just put it on.
Go.
You ready? I just uploaded it on my phone. You ready? This is my lineup.
Yeah, do it.
This is my lineup. And I wanted to play Beto. And I'll tell you why I wanted to play Beto. I'll tell you why. Because put your squad thing up again, Paul. Put that up.
Oh, that one.
Right. Milenkovic. He really bullied Barry last game, and he dragged him down loads, and he hurt him, and he nearly dislocated his shoulder. And he really did bully Barry. He did. If you remember it in your head, you'll admit it. And then Beto come on, and he didn't bully Beto. And I think Milenkovic will remember that, because Barry struggled with him. He really did. And I do rate Barry, and I think Barry will suit certain games. I would like to have played Barry this game, by the way, against other teams. But I just think that Milenkovic last game, he had Barry in his pocket, and he really did get into him and hurt him. And that's why I would play better, let me just say that. So when I actually did my lineup here, I had Better in. I had to take him out because I knew in my head people would say, "You're playing Better, you're mad." And I knew Paul, even though Paul had Better in his squad in his 11 last time, I knew Paul would want Barry this game as well. So that's my team. I have made a change. I took Irabunum out because I didn't think it was that good in the middle, creative wise. And I want Irabunum to get on the ball. He come on last time, didn't really get time to do anything. I think you said something on that, Paul, where you said it'd be better off starting the game when things are a bit slower and he can dictate.
Yeah.
So I think Merlin Roll, this would be a good game, especially with Garner at the side of him. They might be good together. We haven't seen that combination properly.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not even sure of Roll's best position yet. We know, I mean, he came on for Alcaraz, I think. He came on for Alcaraz, so he almost went into that 10, it seemed, but he was obviously not on the pitch very long to have any sort of impact in it. So it'd be interesting to see where Moyes does eventually use him. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that side. I mean, I'd have a goalkeeper, but apart from that, no.
Apparently, right, it's a true story. Apparently, this is what's happened, and I don't lie. So Jack Grealish, right, he didn't play because really, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to put it out there. He went to the strip club, right? So Jack Grealish has gone to training. He's gone to training. And he's gone and said to Jordan Pickford, he said, this strip club was boss. So Jordan Pickford, he's gone there now, hasn't he? Not available. So we've got no goalkeeper. So Jack Grealish has sent Jordan Pickford to the same place. So we ain't got no goalkeeper this game. And I don't trust any others, so I've got no goalkeeper.
How dare you?
Don't need one though, do we really?
Well, hopefully not. No, hopefully we don't. No.
I do think that obviously we have got a goalkeeper, but I do think that Sean Dyche, as much as Sean Dyche knows Pickford is good at shot stopping, I do think Sean Dyche is going to get a lot of long balls into Pickford to try and make him mess up with his catching and stuff like that. So Pickford's going to get tested this game. And I do like Pickford, but I know that they're going to try and play on what he struggles with.
Seems to be a bit of a pattern now, doesn't it? The overloading of the near post. Pickford isn't compared to some of the other people in the side. He's tall, but he's not the tallest. So to get above and across everyone seems to be more and more difficult because they're overloading that near post with people. So and that seems to be a bit of a trend. There's a few teams who have done that now, and Dyche will probably look to do the same.
From what I've heard from Forest fans, these have gone, and from what I've seen, these have gone a lot more direct. We knew Sean Dyche would do it, so long balls are all going in, and they have got some big players. That Mikalenkovic that I showed you, he's quite big, and he's quite good in the air. So they have got some big boys if they do want to bomb it forward.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, bless him, is a Forest fan, so we were having a good old chat over this Christmas period, and he asked me what we thought of Moyes, Dyche when he was here, and he said what he should look to expect, going back to basics and all that sort of stuff. And you'll probably find that you do a lot of long diagonal passes in the air and that sort of stuff. And he said, it's funny you say that because I do feel as though we have kind of changed over the last few weeks, and we do play it a lot more direct than we used to and stuff. And sometimes it work for it and work for them, and plenty of times it hasn't. So yeah, it is interesting to, having been a Dyche club, it's interesting to see Dyche go in and how that team is changing, because what I said to him is, obviously in the previous season you were great and you had lots of success and you finished high up in the league and you got into Europe. So a lot of these players are the same. So whereas we were on our arse when Dyche comes in, they weren't really as sort of battered and bruised as we were when Dyche joined us. So the shouts of, oh, when I came in, it was, it was all this, and it was, we were absolutely awful, and all that sort of stuff. Christ, that hurts my throat.
Yeah, does it?
So he can't. I think he would have less time. They would have less patience with him than maybe we would, because we were already down there, whereas they weren't. So there's
It's weird how
be able to get
when a new
be able to get that back.
it's weird how when a new manager comes in, when he just starts changing the tactics work, and then eventually people get peed off with them. And I feel like it did with us. The long ball going direct and just getting the ball around the goal started making us score a bit more. But then I do feel that you can get frustrated with that a little bit when you have got footballing players, because that can take away the football out of your players, and you don't see your centre midfielders pass it that much. And Nottingham Forest have got some good centre midfielders like Anderson and all that lot. And I think if Sean Dyche does bypass it too much with the long balls, it can go the opposite way, that you get frustrated that sometimes you've got a bit of football in you and you're not doing it, and you're just long balling it. I don't think the long ball will work for a long period. We've seen it with us. We got frustrated with it in the end. And then Dyche went and Moyes come in. And then Moyes got up. There's that manager bounce for everyone, isn't it? Moyes come in, and then Moyes didn't do the long ball and started getting Garner Gay playing good and started getting us passing a little bit. So, yeah.
Well, we went so long ball and we went so predictable that any kind of change was immediately noticeable, and made a massive difference, because you banged on about it for quite a while, was that Dyche's sort of smoke was saying how weak our players were. But then Moyes comes in the first game that he has chance to work with them, he shows that we can actually pass the ball, and we can, and all that sort of stuff. And we did do, and we continued to do that. And we had a great second half of the season. So it'll be interesting to see if we do get the first goal, how that'll affect their crowd, because I think they're not totally pissed off yet, because they had half a decent performance against City. But if they start losing a few more games, Forest fans will turn pretty quick, I would have thought.
100%. Especially when the answer is only long ball. It can soon change. It might work for them, it might not. I just think that long balls are... For me, personally, I think long ball is a lot about luck, how the ball falls to you. You're relying on luck with long balls because it's knockdowns and you need to get on it right. The percentage on getting on these long balls right is low. But I think if you play good football, the percentage on scoring on that is high, because it's down to you a little bit more. If Garner's putting someone in, it's easier than long ball. So I think by playing good football, it will get you better chances more consistently than just keep hoofing it in the box. For me, I really do.
I think the thing was about having, you can't only do one way. As soon as you only have one way of attacking, then it's easy to defend against. So even Arsenal, to a degree, when they were all only tippy-tappy on the edge of your box, as long as you had everyone back, then they couldn't score. They really struggled.
Yeah, you got to.
Teams can get results against them, But when you watch Arsenal now, they do mix it up a bit. They still keep possession of the ball, but much more now. They'll switch it and diagonal balls and stuff like that. And you can't only rest on one form of attack.
You can't become too predictable.
No,
you can't become too predictable. And you think about when you watch the Mighty Ducks, like Mighty Ducks, it's all about tactics. And you've got, like, when you're watching the Mighty Ducks, they go and put the best shooter in goals, and they don't even know the guy with the knuckle puck is in goals. And then all of a sudden, they're thinking the guy with the knuckle puck isn't on. They're not marking him. He's in goals. Whoosh, bang, straight. You got to be smart. Watch the Mighty Ducks, mate. They know what they're doing. You start doing flying V's, mate, stuff's going down. So I think David Moyes needs to do a couple of little twerks. You know what I mean? I think David Moyes, what he needs to do is he needs to dress Barry as Beto, just to confuse him, Paul. We need this sort of stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? dress Barry as Beto. They'll think that Beto can't control the ball, and then all of a sudden they'll put it into Barry. They think it's Beto. They'll leave him. Barry scores. You know what I mean? You got to do these things. You got to mix it up. Definitely. You know what I mean?
That definitely would
dress
confuse
McNeil
them.
as Jack Grealish as well. Yeah, dress Jack Grealish. Right. Like we're thinking, don't you? Right.
On that team, though, throw that team back up, and I'll tell you what I'd change.
In all fairness, though, that went really well when I was talking about the flying V's and changing the goalkeeper until I started talking as dressing players up as different things. I feel like I kind of took it a bit too far, but you get where I'm coming from. Here we go. What are you changing?
It was slightly too far. It was slightly too far. I wouldn't.
I try and entertain. Are you entertained?
I saw someone on X this week ask the question. You know, in rugby when they do like
comments up.
Hey,
live in the
what do you mean? What's that? You mean what's that? Get on Google.
Are you entertained?
No, I saw on X someone was commenting about rugby, and they said, "Why don't we ever at corners see two players like in rugby lineouts, and they lift players up? Why don't we ever see someone from a corner lift another player into the air so they can head the ball into the goal?"
It's funny you say that, actually, because I was just going to say that earlier on, Paul. I was actually just going to say the same thing. If they're putting long balls in and Pickford can't catch them, Jake O'Brien's big. Just lift him up. Lift Pickford up. Get the rugby thing going on. Get Pickford shorts. Lift him up. This is what you're allowed. It's in the rules. Lift Pickford up. It'll be about 10 foot if Jake O'Brien's lifting him up. Let him catch the ball. It's in the rules, We've got to start doing these things at training. We're missing a trick here.
The thing is, as well, some of our corner kicks are so bad. We would need someone who is 10 foot. You what?
Too far again, or do you think picking Pickford up would be a good idea?
No, I would. Yeah, I'd pick up Jake O'Brien.
Yeah, do you know what? It's not a bad shot. Just edit, because I still think even if Jake O'Brien picked Pickford up, he probably wouldn't catch it. So Pickford pick Jake O'Brien up.
Who's
going to pick Jake O'Brien up there?
Is it what Shaolin? Like is it Shaolin soccer or something, where it's all like martial arts moves where they're playing football? I'm sure you could have someone, run off Jake O'Brien's back, jump up, and all that sort of stuff. We just haven't looked into these possibilities.
I've got a really good TikTok that I'm putting up, Paul. You'll like it. You'll have to have a look at it when I do it. I was doing it today, and my phone went off and it deleted by accident. But it's entertaining. You'll like it. It's a video that basically asks you a question. You'll like it, like a answer the question video. Right, go on, carry on. What are you doing? Changing in that lineup then?
Go show that lineup to me. So I would change. I mean, for me, I'd have Grealish number 10. I'd do that. I'd maybe drop Alcaraz. I would. Where are we? Who are we missing? I'd have Tim in for Roll at the moment. For balance, I would probably have McNeil on the left-hand side. Surely just for getting crosses in.
You're worse than my missus. You are literally when I'm cooking. I don't cook that much, but when I go and cook a dinner, my missus goes around saying like, "You've not been tidy here. You haven't done that right. You haven't done that right." And you just gone on my lineup, completely changed everything around. Put all that effort into it. Yeah, you didn't even change one thing. You changed everything. Fair play though. I get it. So he's had McNeil on the left. He's having McNeil on the left. He's dropped Alcaraz. But Alcaraz did play crap last game. McNeil on the left. He's put Grealish in the 10. We all do want to see that, so I get that. He's put Irabunum in. He's buggered off me Merlin rolls, so he's completely changed it. And I presume you're going to stick with Barry, but I wanted Beto in anyway. You would have changed that if I put Beto in.
The only thing I'd say about Barry being in is that it gives him a little bit of a chance for revenge, doesn't it? So if Moyes can get Barry sort of wound up enough, then he can go in all guns blazing for the first 10 minutes. So
I like your thinking.
Anyway.
You're thinking kickboxer, like where his brother gets his spine snapped and he goes and starts getting trained and kicking trees for revenge. I like your thinking. So hopefully Barry's kicking trees down and breaking his shins. You know what I mean? Woo! Feels so good to dance. Yeah, I like that. I don't mind the way you've turned that around for Barry to play. I'm game for Barry getting.
You're all right for that now.
I want Barry Ireland now. You know what I mean? Let's get Barry Ireland, baby. Let's get the pleasure part going, baby. Kickboxer.
Right.
What we got in the comments then? We have been entertaining tonight, haven't we, to be fair?
Well, maybe. I hope. Maybe. You'll have to ask. Nick has chosen a goalkeeper, so Pickford in goal, O'Brien, Tarks, Keane and Mikolenko. Garnett and Tim in the middle, Diblin, Grealish 10, as new, left-hand side. Barry up front, McNeil elsewhere, not on the pitch. James Graham, Pickford, Miko, Tarks, Keane, O'Brien, so same back four. He's gone the same as you, James Garner, Merlin in the middle.
Yeah, good style. I like it. There is one. Can I just put this comment up quick? Keep putting them up. I actually think that I agree with this comment. I shall put it up quick. It's there. Nick says Roll doesn't look fit. I actually think he did look better with long hair as well. I don't think the shaven hair suits him.
No, I don't. He does look as though he should have longer hair, doesn't he?
Yeah, I like the kills and the afro. It was a bit of Fellaini sort of style. So yeah, I don't think he looks as fit as he did when he first come.
No, it's true. James agrees with you though. James agrees with yours. Roy's in. Roy is a couple of changes from yours. Everything the same, apart from he'd have Irabunum in instead of Roll, and he'd have Bob Latchford up front.
Yeah, I like that.
Barry.
I like the striker. It's good thinking. We should do sometimes put a legend in. You're allowed to put a legend in your lineup.
One legend, I like it. Eltel, same, keeper back four. Tim instead of Roll. Grealish left. Diblin and Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the 10 behind Barry. Diblin on the right. I'll come back to our lovely emojis in a moment. Same back four for Danny. Agrees with you with Garner and Merlin. Agrees with the rest. Same as yours. So, bit of love for yours there. Hazrat. The same keeper, same back four. Garner and Tim as the middle diddles. Dibbling, Alcaraz, Grealish, Barry on up front. Also says, Grealish could play 10. McNeil on the left, Dibbling on the right. Would be a bit more attacking, but it's too pragmatic to try anything different. I know, I do. Well, we know him. We know him, don't we? We know what he likes, and he knows what he likes. Same back four for Danny, Garner, but actually, James Garner and Irabunum in the middle, but then he's also got Roll and Dibbling and Grealish behind Barry in some sort of combination. Carl says he would try Roll in the 10, drop Alcaraz and keep the same against Burnley, just the one change. And then we've got one or two. Any others in the live bits? No, that seems to be our lot. So, lots of agreement with yours. Some people wanting Roll to step in. And if he does, it seems to be mainly in place of Alcaraz. We're all hoping for Grealish to be fit.
Do you know what? I showed them a bit of that lineup. They liked it, didn't they? They got a bit of taste. That wasn't probably the lineup they was thinking. They got a bit of taste of that. They might have put it before I even put it out, but my lineup was very popular, Paul. Some people.
It was all right. It was all right.
Some people.
I suppose we don't know what the situation is going to be with
Jack Grealish.
Jack, do we? So.
I think he's at the strip club and I think he's going to be available. That's what I think personally. And I hope he was. I know that sounds bad, but I hope he was at the strip club getting whatever he's getting. But because it means he's got more chance of being available. If it was the flu, we know the flu can last, and we know even if he plays, it can affect your performance. I mean, I've got a little bit of a cold and it's killing me. So Yeah, hopefully he's fit. Thanks everyone for putting it in the comments there. Do get involved. Come on, let's hear from you over on X now. But get your comments in, get the retweeting going. Let's hear from you. Let's push Toffee Bluecast now to the sky and back. Right, come on, let's do this. Here we go. I never ever prep. I don't ever write my lineup or goal scorers down. Do you? So we want your goal scorers and your score people. Let's give you a bit of a tune. No, we'll do it easy like that. We'll do it like that. Yes, I did just Usain Bolt the score prediction time. Do get involved, people. Yeah, do get involved. If you're on X now and you're literally on X, Twitter, and you type in the comments now while it's live, you type what score you think it's going to be, and your goal scorers will read it out live on the show. And we do like to hear from you, so please do so. Get involved. Right, so I'm going to go first. Because I never go first.
Are you? Ooh.
Yeah. Just because I like to keep you on your toes sometimes.
Go on,
right. I said that, but I don't know what I'm going for. Got to take this seriously. This is a hard game. This is. This is a hard game. They've got some big players to maintain. I feel more. Gibbs White can be a nuisance. I do feel we played well against them last time, though. That gives me confidence that we really did play well against them last time. And it wasn't even like we got lucky to win. I feel like we deserved to win. So, first question, are they going to score? Yes, I do think they'll score one. I think we'll leak a goal. They've got some good attacking players. Are we going to score more? Yes. 2-1 I'm going to go for. 2-1 to us. It's a hard game. 2-1. My goal scorers for them, I'm going to go for Hudson-Odoi. I think he might score. He might cut in on Jake O'Brien and bang one in. I can see it. Our goal scorers, I think you've got it in my head now, Paul, that Jack Grealish is going to come back and redeem himself after going to strip club. I think he'll score. And I'd love for Diblin to score, but it's just I don't see it. He didn't have a shot on target. If we played Patterson, I'd back him to score because he was better than Diblin. Right wing. Barry or Beto. I had Beto starting, but I put Barry in for you lot. So Barry or Beto. We need a striker to get a goal, don't we? We need a striker to get a goal badly. We just need it for confidence. We're seeing all these people put stats up of how crap our strikers are. So, yeah. Barry or Beto for the one. Grealish and Hudson-Odoi 2-1.
Fair dues.
I'm interested on what yours is going to be. Are you going to go for a draw? Are you?
Well, I am contemplating it. I just think we're equally weak at the moment. Is the thing, particularly going forward. So, and both defenses aren't entirely bad. Ours is not a bad defense at all. We just have now got to be wary about getting that reputation about being weak on set pieces because it just makes everyone a little bit more cautious and a bit nervous. And yeah, that spreads pretty quick. It doesn't take many sort of examples for you to start getting worried about it, and then teams getting confident from it. As soon as Forest get a corner, they'll have been told this is our plan for corners. So straight away they're going to be sniffing about after putting pressure on Pickford. Without a doubt, watch out for their biggest guys basically standing on Pickford's toes. So that I think that's going to be the most likely route to goals. So I think I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1. Yeah, I don't think either side are great at the moment. I think both are capable of scoring off a set piece, but I don't think there's going to be free flowing football or anything like that.
Who's your goal scorers?
Well, for them, probably Igor up front. Is it Jesus?
Yeah,
a lad up front. Probably notch one in from a corner or off a free kick coming in. And same sort of thing for us. I think he'll drop down to someone obscure. Potentially someone who would be in there. Who would be in there? Tim.
You got Irabun. I knew
Ruben.
you was going to say him. You know, I knew you was going to say him. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I would
He's been
say
knocking
Garner.
them over the bar.
Garner either takes the corners or free kicks, or he hangs
Yeah.
about on the edge of the box. So
I
I'd
think
say
he's gonna say
Ruben for us and Jesus for them. But 1-1. We're not filled with lots of confidence, are we? Burnley knocked us a little bit.
Do you know what? We were gonna put Paul's gonna put your scores on your score prediction, right? But just for something different, because we like to keep the show entertaining, we'll do it as a one-off. So my score I've just given to you. Paul's score is just giving it to you. But Nick says here, right? This is interesting. So we all want. If you could win £10,000 for the correct score to someone, so if someone said, right, you're going to get £10,000 in your bank if you get the score right tomorrow, does your score prediction change or does it stay the same? I'm going to answer first, right? And I've already said this in my head before Paul even started talking about his score prediction. If you said to me I could get 10 grand for the correct score prediction, my score prediction is 1-1. That is my score prediction for the 10 grand. What would yours be for the 10 grand, Paul? And let us know in the comments. Just write 10 grand and then write your other score prediction.
I would probably say I would do the thing of saying something like 2-0 for them.
Would you? Then,
yeah. No, because only because. Well, I never bet on our games. I never bet on our games anyway. But the reason I would do that is because if it's, do you know what I mean? If we do lose, then you get the money. But if not, then we get something out of the game.
Don't give the bluff. Don't be fooled by the bluff thing where he's trying to make out
the only reason.
Nice thing to cover. He's earned 10 grand. He's earned 10 grand. It's Mr. Scrooge here. He's got bloody tight and he's like, I want 10 grand now. And he's thinking now. I would be as well. 10 grand. I've changed mine to 1-1. He's thinking now, 10 grand. I think I'm in for this 2-0. He's gone straight in for the 2-0. And I think a lot of other people might change theirs as well for 10 grand if they get the correct score. I don't blame you, Paul. I've gone 1-1. And I didn't want, you know me, I don't want to go draw. I hate draws. So Paul's gone 2-0 to them for his 10 grand.
Oh, no. Well, I'm not keen on it myself. And actually, when we've looked at Forest's form,
you might win.
They've not had a draw in the last. They've not had a draw in the last. Was it 8 games or something like that? So
I can't believe. You know what? I just want to give Nick a shout out. This is why I love this show. Right, we do score predictions all the time, but the fact that Nick said he's going to give whoever gets it right 10 grand on the second.
Is that what he said?
10 grand score, but he said that. Look in the comments. Look, he said. You can win £10,000 if you get the correct score. I'll put the money up for the channel. So shout out to Nick for giving
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, cheers,
Thank
Nick.
You very much
if a few get it right, it could be more than 10 grand that he's got to dish out here. So my score prediction for the 10 grand is 1-1. Paul's prediction is 2-0. What have we got, Paul, in the predictions?
We've got plenty. What I am also just going to do. For a moment, let me throw this up first. Was that I missed our lovely emoji lineup? So you read that out while I find all the other score predictions.
Oh, you're putting the pressure on me now, yeah? Let's see if I can get it right without you. I feel like I'm walking alone here. Peachy Bum, Pickford, yeah. Long neck, Jake O'Brien, Giraffe. Ears, Trophy, Tarkowski. Clown, Michael Keane. He's going to keep the clown in here. It's never going to go. Mikolenko got a cut head, bless him, the little baby. Jack Grealish on the left. He's got probably the best legs in football. James Gardner. Yeah. Tim Ira. Boom. Num as the bomb. Tyler Dribbling as the dribbling. Merlin Roll. The Wizard, Merlin, the Wizard, in the number 10, I'm presuming there. And Barry Ireland, as we put it up. I actually feel proud that I can do that by myself. I feel like if you want to know what this channel is all about, learning new things has brought that to me. Good then, wasn't it?
There you go. I thought you did
myself.
quite well.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. I did feel the pressure at the start, but once I got into it, once I got going, I felt like there's no stopping me.
Very much so, yeah. There's lots of now you showed Nick's comment. There's loads of people putting score predictions in because they think Nick's gonna pay for everyone's bets.
Do you know what? If you spent a lot at Christmas and you overspent and you skint like me and you're a bit stressed, don't worry, because if you get a score prediction right, Nick's giving you 10k. You don't have to put nothing into it, just 10k.
Well, he said my pleasure.
Yeah, there you go. Can't get it wrong. He's bigger than Sky, that man. He's bigger than Sky. He's laughing his head off at home. It makes me laugh that he's laughing somewhere.
The missus will be saying to him, "What? What have you done?" Nick went for 0-0, not having us lose. Carl goes 1-0. Gibbs White for them. Barry for us. Rick went 1-1. Sorry, Roy went 1-1 with Keane scoring for us. 0-0 off David. A few draws, yeah. Emma went.
Are these the 10k ones or just the normals?
These are the original. Well, you'll see. There's a bit of a mix, but these are the originals. So 1-0 for us and Gardner to score the winner.
Kick, maybe.
James said actually no 0-0. That's his 10 grand one. Doyley says 0-0 for both. James says still 1-0 despite the off-fair. Eugene's in. What's Eugene's?
Well, for 10k, would Eugene really go 4-1 for 10k? Would he?
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, he's gone 4-1 here.
Yeah. He could win more by putting a tenner on that at the bookies. He could probably win 20k if he put that on at the bookies 4-1.
No, you get ripped off nowadays. 4-1 to get you 10-1 or something stupid like that. Barry with hat-trick and Grealish with the other one.
Wouldn't it be nice if that happened, though, Paul? To get us happy. 4-1 if it actually happened. We need that, don't we? We need that.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And
Steve says 1-0 for us, Grealish to get the goal. LTL 2-1 for us. Grealish 11 minutes. Hey, Nick, it's was it Nick that normally does the times?
Yeah, he's quite banged on the stuff.
It's spreading. Minutes. It's spreading. LTL's on it this time. So Grealish 11 minutes. Barry 47 with the Grealish assist. Forrest goal. Gibbs White 91 minutes with 2 minutes to go.
I'd still brick myself.
If that happens,
longest 2 minutes of my life.
That's going to be horrendous. That's horrible. James 1-0 Diblin. 1-0 Diblin. Hazrat 2-1 for us. Gibbs White for them. Grealish and Barry. Our scorers there. Rod says that it's all depends on whoever's in midfield with Garner. And that Tim has a decent shift. He also says 3-0 McNessie hat-trick. And he said that was without a drink. Although Danny was asking, he was actually drinking, to be fair. Tazil reckons that we're going to get beat 2-0. I hope you're wrong. I know you do too.
He went to your 10 grand score there, yeah?
Well, maybe, yeah. I know, it's about dairy, to be fair. 10 grand. Carl says 3-1 we're going to lose if it's for 10 grand. We'll play better, though, than we did against Burnley. Altel says, my score wouldn't change. 2-1 for us. Never back against the Blues. I never back or back against us, to be honest. That's the thing. It's so annoying. Be thinking about that too much. 0-0 has Rat if it's 10 grand. Cheers, Nick. And Liam says 2-1 for us. But another clean sheet would be good. I think we need a clean sheet tomorrow. I really do.
If any of you are literally thinking if you get the correct score of not taking the money off Nick's a multi-millionaire. He's actually got more money than the freaking group, so I won't worry about it. 10 grand's nothing to him.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Altel says we'll call it Nick Super 6. They give away $1 million, don't they?
No, Nick. No, all of us won't be pooping it, mate. Just you will be pooping it on the score.
Speaking on time.
I don't feel. I don't. You know what? I don't feel like I should have to say this because we all are probably laughing at this. But just because Toffee Bluecast is a channel and stuff, I just want to say that you will not win 10 grand from Nick because you might take it up on Toffee Bluecast to get it, and they might say that we own 10 grand, Paul. No, no. I just want to point that out because I know you know we're joking, but just in case you think like because we're a channel and stuff, we actually have to back up what we say and give you 10k, even if Nick's not coughing it up. I don't want it to come to us, so no, you don't get.
Someone
10K.
will be clipping this. Someone will be clipping it, and then each word sort of in a.
Yeah, I'll just cover our back for you. You know what I'm thinking there. Yeah, no. I've got a feeling someone will get it right.
And then Danny says 1-0 Barry. 1-0 Barry be ideal. It's a bit take to court. You see, take to court.
That's why I come in. I'm employed.
Hey, he says he's employed by us.
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. You have to watch because Nick's a bit crafty, sorry. He'll link it to us somehow. I know he will, you know what I mean? He's clever. He'll find the small print, Nick will, and he'll get us coughing that 10 grand up. So that covers, Paul.
We'd have to get
right. It has been a cracking show.
Monetized again. We'll have to get Nick get his money monetized again. The last one there was the last score prediction was Danny saying 1-0 Barry, which would be ideal. That'd be spot on. But yeah, that's where we're all thinking right now.
Yes. Well, hopefully, do you know what though? I've come on this show and it's lifted me back up after feeling like crap after that last game, and I do feel like this is a hard game, so I did need lifting up. And we've had a bit of a laugh through this, and that's what you've got to do. We are all one big family in this in the comments, and it's good that you've got involved. We've had a laugh this show. It is the end of the show. It is time to go sleep. Get you sleeping. Get your energy levels up because we've got a big game tomorrow. If we can win this, though, it really is a massive win. You know, Moyes said in the interview, I think I watched a bit of the Moyes interview, a bit of it, and Moyes said the table's that tight, a win can get you back amongst top sixth, and a loss can get you thinking about back amongst relegation. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Look. That's just get rid of that. That's where we are. If you spot us on 12th there at the moment.
You know what? That's what I looked straight after the game. When I looked straight after the game, Paul, where we would have been if we had, because some people think, draw's okay, but I thought, you know what, those extra 2 points would have made a massive difference. It would have got us what? Where would we have been with the extra 2 points in the table?
Well, seventh, depending on the size of the win, but 7th or 8th, we would have been joint. We would have been joint. Oh no, we would have gone above. It would have been 2 more points. I think we would have been joint with Sunderland because they drew against Leeds, didn't they? So we'd be 8th on goal difference, just behind Sunderland. But it would have been on 27 points. And then you think if you do get another win, then that pushes it to 30 points on 19 games.
That's why I say
you'd be looking at 60 points over the whole overall season if you do the same.
Stacking these 3 points is massive. Just missing out on 2 then has probably dropped us 4 or 5 league positions. That's why I'm on it. You might think I'm a bit moany and on it, but that's why I'm on it, because I know 2 points there really did knock us down 4 or 5 positions when we could have been going into this game now against Nottingham Forest thinking if we win it, we're back amongst Europa League spots. And that's why we've got to win this. If we win this now and beat Nottingham Forest, we are back in that situation where we can push for Europa League, in my opinion.
If you look at Fulham in 10th, they've won their last 3 games. They're currently on 26 points. They were, I'm pretty sure they were just above Forest.
Yeah, there was,
16th 3 games ago. So, it really can, throw you up the league. So if we do manage to get a win, say tomorrow, and we do manage to beat Brentford, arguably at home, and we come out with 31 points out of 20 games, that's nothing to be sniffed at all. It's a big if, but still.
Completely agree with you. I can see all the comments coming in. Thanks everyone for commenting in the show. I am going to end it now. Love you all. Up the Toffees tomorrow. We all feel better when we win. Let's hope we win. We'll be here straight after the game. Match reaction. We'll be here to face it. So we'll see whatever happens, win or lose. We'll be here. Up the Toffees, everyone. Have a boss one. Get you sleeping. Got a big day tomorrow. Let's put a bit of tunage on for you. I hope Jack Grealish is playing though, Paul. Before I put this tune on, I really do hope Jack Grealish
So
is
do
playing.
I now. With
Just Jack Grealish playing.
playing.
Yeah, a lot of people are wanting. I really do hope he's playing. I just think seeing Jack Grealish in the lineup just makes me feel a lot better. Up the top is everyone.
It would. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow night.